Hello everybody, I'm a Pigflake, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Origins, Final Fantasy 1, part of the Year of Final Fantasy. The 4 crystals were laid over the black crystal. The tide of time advances to engulf all, and the dimensions begin to twist. Just one step further, and you will travel 2,000 years back in time. So here we are, 2,000 years in the past, where everything started. Kind of. And this whole dungeon is nothing but a huge take the long path dungeon. So, I'm gonna be coming in here twice. Hopefully I won't reach past level 30, but yeah. I mean, I want to use the healing step and healing helmet strategy, but I think that'd be a little bit too much overkill. Well, not really overkill, it would just take way too long. Considering I would just kill these guys and I'd be like, I'd leave one Chimera alive and I'd be like, healing helmet, healing helmet, healing helmet, and the other characters would be using muddle. I've already explained this in the last part, but I think it's better for me just to warp out and heal up and then go through all this madness again. But I brought 99 potions, which might not help or might help. But I should be using the healing staff and healing helmet a lot more often and have my knight and grandmaster fuck shit up. It could be like a stable 50 HP, I guess, per turn. So there are many paths in this dungeon. Purple worm. That looks pretty gross. There are many paths in this dungeon. Thing is, it's okay. The thing about this is there are many branching paths. Some just take you to nowhere. But that's not bad. The real trouble is the encounter rate here. It's really, really high. Like, freakishly high. But as you can see, my guys are like fine with this. But look at that. It's so minuscule, the heals. It's almost sickening. Where's that helmet? I don't think anyone's wearing it. So where is it? Oh, there it is. The hell? My D-pad just goes all crazy, like, you know what? Nope. Scroll all the way down there. I don't care. Book it. Although I did make some alteration. But that's my fault for making some altercations to my D-pad. So it looks like I'll be healing about 40-ish HP per turn. And I got some level ups, so that's neat. But that's my fault for making some modifications. Entirely, I just remember that it's the long path, essentially. I think I went the right way. Because the first room, there's 2 staircases. One is always a trap. The first one's always a trap. Well, one of them is a trap, not the first one. But I think the top left or bottom left is a trap one. From here on is just straight up, you know, going in blind. Fortunately, I do remember another thing about this dungeon. And that's every 2 to 3 floors, I will meet not a checkpoint, but a marker. And you'll see what I mean by that marker. In fact, I'm in one of the rooms now. Man, I am facing a lot of green dragons. You fight 3 of them now. They're not much of a threat because Raijin and Fenrir are strong enough to one-shot them each. That and using the spell staff for muddle and the 2 healing items as well as the white robe. When I leave one Black Knight alive, I'm always healthy. I mean, check it out. I'm still at full health. Occasionally I do run away though. But I do need to move these guys up. because I am using them a lot now. And the battles take longer because I'm scrolling down. So high up enough to where they become useful. In fact, I won't be using this that much. Gauntlets, not as much as I used to. Giant's Glove, definitely. That's at the very end. So, I should be good. I just want to scroll less is all. And I think we're about to encounter our first adversary. Oh, Death Eye. That's a new enemy. They cast death, I assume. Okay, stop. Which is just as bad. And stop and paralyze are the same effect in this game. They're kind of the same in the other games, but they're still just as bad. Anyways, now that I've encountered this, I know I'm going the right way. And I'm about to encounter who I think we will be encountering. Wow, 1 and 1. That's very useful. Alright, so before I interact with that, let's go see what these items are. By the way, I'm gonna ignore every item in this game from now on, unless they're like right in front of my face. The thing is, less battles, which is good, and they always tend to be Gil. Maybe there's like 1 or 2 good items, I'm not sure. Oh man, Greed Dragons. But yeah, I assume most of the items here are probably gonna be 1 useful item, like, I don't know, another status using item, I guess. But I'm fine with what I have. But yeah, those 4 green dragons, holy shit, man. They all cast Toxin, you're fucked. Luckily only 2 did, but yeah, that's what potions are for. Don't want to use the Spellbinder healing items and white rope thing here. Mostly because they have a low, well, they have high resistance to it, from what I've seen. I mean, I've tried. But yeah, potions. Potions fix everything. I mean, 1 little increment at a time, but they fix most stuff. Most of the stuff. A stone plate rests on the floor. It seems to emanate an evil force. Alright. So this is where you use the loot. You'd think it'd be the Earth Rod, but no, not really. Alright, I'm surprised I didn't find my adversary here. I did say it's every 2 to 3 floors. Ooh, new enemies. Ice Gigas. Well, not really new, but different enemies. Ice Gigas and Ice Wolves. Or Ice Wargs. So far, I am loving my strategy. I think I'm going backwards, but I think that's a gimmick of this place. Not 100% sure if I'm going the right way, but this is the super hard dungeon crawling part of the game with a lot of encounters. Takes me back. Oh, those are the stairs. I just want to reach our first checkpoint thing, marker, whatever. That way, I can... Oh, I'm close. Or at least I think I'm close. I might be going around in circles. This is some epic last dungeon music though. It's like mysterious and chivalrous. Oh boy. Well, at least we're almost there. I assume. I hope. I want to face our first adversary already. Yeah, I get impatient once in a while. Man, this strategy is working out wonders. Alright. Oh, okay. That's new. Gotta go in down deeper. I think I may be lost. Okay, maybe not. I thought I'd fight him in a throne room, but yeah, you fight the Lich. No boss battle, but you fight the Lich. He guards the stairway down even deeper. Huh, I thought I'd fight him right after using the loot area, but yeah. Contrary to what you think, this Lich is stronger though. I don't know how strong considering I've never really played this version, but I would assume strong enough. As much as I want to nuke him, I think I should prepare for the worst. I'm just gonna treat him like a regular boss battle, even though I don't have that badass boss battle music. Oh boy! Survive! Well, at least we got to see Flare. Thanks, Asura, for using no fire. Very useful. Alright. He should be almost dead anyway, so not much to worry about. They usually have double health from when you first fight them. And I've already done like over 1,000, so he should be almost dead. Here's hoping. Yeah. All I did was give him haste too, and he's just like destroying him. But goddamn Flare. At least I got to show it off. I mean, even though it wasn't me, but we got to see it. Yay. All that for one gil. But I got some level up, so that's cool. Alright, now that I've defeated the Lich, our adversaries here are pretty much the 4 fiends in them as their past selves. So, as I enter through this staircase, you're gonna see nothing but the boss fights. I'm gonna remove all that dungeon crawling for you guys. It's pretty much just me going through the maze. And that's way too much time for both of us, for you to see, and for me to show you, rather. Now that I've explained that, here's hoping I get some nice, easy enemies down there to heal up. Gotta love memoing before every step. Although I was prepared because this floor is nothing but fire enemies, and they're really weak because they're from Mount Gulg. So, Monolith. I assume same tactics as the Lich. I forgot if you use fire spells. Fuck it. But just in case, I will use... I'm just gonna use the same strategy as I used with the Lich. But just in case... let's use no fire. Then again, maybe I should use protect, but whatever. Those are higher level spells. Just in case she might have flare or something like that. I'm really wondering if like... okay, I have 4 haste left. It's better save that. I gotta save haste. Can't use that much. At least once per boss battle should be fine. Alright, well I got no fire, so... let's go with the white robe instead of shield 2. It's just as good. I gotta say, this is taking forever though. I mean, for me... mostly because I am using that healing method, and it is helping me a lot. I mean, I'm not using magic points at all, but damn, it takes forever. And you died rather quick. So yeah, every boss seems to have double HP. Not that bad. As long as I use haste and steal and all that fun shit, they should be rather easy. Although they still give shit experience and shit gil. Maybe they give shit experience and shit gil because, well, you know, it's the past. They didn't get that much gil to begin with, or experience. Anyway, see you in the next boss fight. Oh, actually, by the way, before I go, I did on my way finding Monolith. I think that's how you pronounce it. I got another protect cloak, and my white wizard can equip it. I was gonna give it to my grandmaster, but he can't. So I don't know. Just saying, my white wizard's pretty tanky right now, so that's kind of cool. In fact, I should be moving my white wizard up there, but I don't want her to be prone to more damage. Other than that, yeah, I'll see you at the next boss fight. Whoa, okay. He was a little bit sooner than I expected, but I'm not that unhealthy. It's just Zodiac who's unhealthy. So this should be my last haste, but I want to save it for Tiamat. Wait, no. I can actually do two more hastes, so that's good. So let's use this. This should work out. I'm starting to notice a pattern here. In the last floor, it was fire enemies, which is where you fight Marlith. This floor is water enemies, which is the same enemies you fought where you fought Kraken. And where you fought the Lich, it was nothing but Earth Fiends, so I'm assuming the next floor is going to be the robots and whatnot. Alright, should be good. You do White Roll this time. You attack. And you do Gauntlets. I'm hoping he's going to kill him in one hit. Come on, 999 damage. Alright, I mean, you can go over 999. I mean, I thought that was a max, but no, apparently you can go over that. Oh, holy shit. Although, why am I surprised considering full heal is 9,989. Oh, he's pretty much dead. I mean, so he's already taken over 2,000 damage, so yeah. Not that tough, but I really do miss the boss battle music. Even if, oh no, his was boss battle A. Yeah, like I was, even if it's boss battle B, I miss the boss battle music. Man, past fiends are so broke. Damn it, you guys are throwing them way too deep in there. Fuck. I mean, I'm glad I use a memo every floor, but still, you know, we're not healed. Alright. So I gotta bring this up. Let's use Tier 3. You know what? He's tanky. He should be fine. Fuck! Miss everything. Perfect. Okay. Poison, contrary to what it says, it does not poison you. It poisons you to death. AKA, it's a instant death spell for the party. And holy shit, my Grandmaster did shit damage. I am glad I chose to buff Raijin. And you'll see why I'm buffing him. More buffs. You know what? No. Your attacks are... Well, maybe you did a little bit of damage because you just felt like it, so... Yeah. Yes! And I got another steal in there. And yes, Fenrir is hitting harder now. I guess Tiamat has some wonky health, but yeah, as you can tell, his sword's different now. I remember this floor. I remember it well. This is where you get the true final weapon of the game. You know what? Just in case you do go first again. And I'm gonna keep using that white robe. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna kill you one hit. But yeah. I'll show you as soon as as soon as he finishes dying. Any moment now. Come on, we've killed you before in the future. We can kill you again in the past. The Masamune, the mightiest sword of all. Yeah, I kinda eluded you guys for those who aren't familiar with Final Fantasy, but this is truly the final blade. And it's really fucking strong. Check it out. It raises the Excalibur. Well, it doesn't really raise it, but it goes beyond the Excalibur by 11 and 15. Unfortunately, my red wizard, Zodiac, cannot use the Excalibur, but he can use the Masamune. So it does stabilize it, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Because, honestly, he's not going to be attacking, he's just going to be buffing and side healing along with my, along with the Sura at the very end. But yeah, that's it, that's all the floors. Alright, I think it's down here. There's more battles here though, by the way. And I'm gonna show this one off just to show off the enemies you fight here. They're not that tough, but They're annoying. I'm gonna use the rest of my potions to, what's the word? Eliminate them. Well, eliminate the damage I've been taking. Which is a weird way about saying it. These guys are actually great, at least I think so, to confuse. I mean, there are vampires here too. There's a vampire lord. Sorry I didn't get to show off that enemy. I was hoping this would be the battle too, but guess not. It's just a recolored vampire. They actually hit a little bit harder though, so I like using these enemies to confuse. It's a little bit harder, but they don't do that much damage. Not only to themselves, but to us, so I think it's safer to muddle them and heal up. Which honestly I should have been doing, but I don't want to show you that. I mean, trust me, every time I do it, which is every 2 or 3 battles, it takes 3 to 5 minutes. Been in here for so fucking long. My time has gone up by so much. Show you right now. It's been about half an hour since I fought Lich, I think, or Marlith. All right. Woo. Okay. Final floor. And in the final floor, there are no items and no random battles. I think this is the place. But just before I enter the room, gonna memo up. Yep. And I'm gonna heal up. I'm gonna use all these potions. Everyone still has magic. Except, well, my red wizard because he's been doing haste a lot, but yeah. Not buying, but using the spell staff, the healing helmet and the healing staff, very, very useful. But as you can tell by the sprite, the final villain is, in fact, indeed, the first villain of the game. And honestly, when I first played this game from Dawn of Souls, I thought that was fucking badass. Like, me personally, I was like, what? I don't know what Dawn of Souls came out. It was like 2004, I think. Or 2006. I don't know. It's like around 15, 16. I don't know. It's a basic concept, but especially back in the day, I'm sure it would have been much more mind-blowing. But for me, I still found it mind-blowing. Damn, that's all my potions, but it's worth it. Got the full heal. And I'm gonna rememo. So here we are. The Warriors of Light versus Garland, the Fallen Knight.
Well, don't you look familiar? Don't remember me? It's Garland. "2,000 years into the future, you killed me. But the 4 great forces sent me back in time, thus resurrecting me in the past. The wheel of time revolves eternally. I sent the 4 fiends of chaos to the future. And they shall once again send my future self into the past. 2,000 years from now, I will lose all memory of the past. But in that past, I will be reborn yet again. Your life shall end here, and mine shall last forever.
And here it is, the final boss battle. By the way, if you didn't notice, there are statues in there when he was talking. The statues there were a resemblance of the 4 fiends. But here it is, the final boss battle, Chaos. And I always thought his design was fucking stupid. I mean, I still think so. It's a lot better than he used to look like in his NES, and well, that's pretty much it. But yeah, it looks stupid. I even think the Dawn of Souls, not Dawn of Souls, the PSP 20th anniversary one is just as bad. The PSP anniversary one. Alright, so now it's time to fucking get serious. So Chaos, he's actually, and he was kind of an easy boss in Dawn of Souls. He wasn't that tough, but he hits hard. He casts all the powerful magics in the game, so I really want to buff up with resistances, having everything. But I probably should have done Protect 4 first. So that's what I'm actually gonna do right now. While let's get a buff up going. And do you have no ice? I think you have it. Yeah, you. No, you don't. He has no death, which is no magic or whatever. Did I not buy no ice for you guys? Oh crap. Okay, that's not good. Not good at all. Maybe I skipped it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. Yeah, he's hitting pretty hard. But you really want to buff everyone up. Okay, I got 2 elemental resistances. It should be good. So you do that again. Let's get you punching. And you... yeah. Good. He's actually spreading his damage out. I'm lucking out here. I am lucking out a lot. Alright, 2,000 damage done already. A little bit over actually, but I like rounding numbers off. It doesn't heal so much though. That's cool. I'm here to back him up. Let's throw another shield 2 in there. You attack. Let's get that. And there's another heal 3. Yeah, my fire does the most damage in the end, but that's because of Masamune, and only Masamune. I think if you max out your Grandmaster, you'll be doing the most damage, but barely. Whew. That would have done a lot more damage. Around 120 each. I know it's halved, and he did about 50-ish rounded, but still. Yeah, this guy's still alive. So I need no bolt. I don't think he has it. And I'm out of... yeah, I'm out of haste. Throw another steel in there. And... just in case he does that Thunderbolt attack. Okay, never mind, he's dead.
The time loop was severed at last. The battle spanning 2,000 years came to an end, and peace prevailed.
The light of the four crystals revived the wind, water, earth, and fire. It all began with a trivial misunderstanding, but it was enough to open Garland's heart to darkness. His hatred swelled with the four forces of nature, and from it were born the four fiends of chaos. Evil swallowed the world, plunging all into darkness. But that is now past. The stuff of legends. Thanks to the courage and strength of the four warriors, all has been set right again. The warriors will travel in time once more. The world to which they return will be restored to its natural state. Princess Sarah, Queen Jane, and even Garland will be there, oblivious to what happened in that time-twisted dimension. But when did it all begin? The source of the chaos lay in a strand of time that looped around to connect 2,000 years. 4 warriors were chosen by the very forces that had plunged the world into darkness. These 4 forces were the key to banishing the darkness as well. And when everything was over, the memory of the 4 warriors' journey began to pass was destined to be lost forever. But their deeds will survive in the people's hearts as legend. The tales will be passed down for generations to come. Dwarves and elves, dragons, people who reach for the stars, all will cherish the tales. The warriors are returning, traveling back from the world 2,000 years past. With the memory of their journey buried deep within their hearts, they will carry on their lives and watch over the world. Never forget. The light of this world must always be guided in the right direction. If it goes astray, darkness will come again. A crystal shines within every heart. A crystal gleams within your heart too. For you are the one who fought the battle spanning 2,000 years. May the world be blessed with light for eternity! And that's it. That's Final Fantasy. An experience that most people got in the NES era. And I'm still jealous of it. That slow battle, slow transitions and everything, it wouldn't have been slow at all for me had I been born just a little more years earlier. Instead, I grew up with Final Fantasy III, which is Final Fantasy VI on the Super Nintendo, which still remains to be my favorite Final Fantasy of all time. Although there is a story behind that, and I'll get to it once I reach the 2 Final Fantasy games that conflicted with, well, my favoritism. But this game, Final Fantasy 1 still always has a soft spot for me in my heart. Always will have. It has everything and more, with it being so simple. But as you can see, this is how the world is now, with the time loop finally broken. And that's, I don't know, it's just, I always like seeing, here's what happens after the story I always like that stuff, but chaos and the story of this game, while some people may find cheesy, I always find it remarkable that Garland or Chaos was smart enough to create a time loop thanks to the help of the four fiends, and it's ingenious. I don't know, I found it ingenious. Like, time travel was used so sparingly just for this. The four warriors of light, you know, they were locked into a battle, but they finally got to defeat Garland or Chaos. I'll never understand why the warrior of light is called the warrior of light, because it was done by four warriors. I brought this up before, but I would understand if it was Dragon Quest, because Roto was the original warrior who stopped the Dragon King, but that's another story for another series for another time. I gotta say, this is my first time playing Final Fantasy, and it's close to the original difficulty and form ever, and I love it. I love the challenge. The grind was real. The random encounter rate was a little bit more than the Dawn of Souls version, I would say. And I was actually playing the mobile version along with this. Yes, I've been playing Final Fantasy 1 twice. Once for recording, and once right after while I rendered the videos. But I didn't use it as a guide to play ahead. In fact, I would always stop my mobile save file right where I stopped my recording session. I wanted to be fair about this. And I did get that nice nostalgic feel between the difficulty of the MP and the point system, or spells per day. This game, I don't know, man. It's not my favorite Final Fantasy, but it's definitely up there just because of how simple it is and how nostalgic in a way it was for me. I mean, I only played this when I was like 14 to 16 years old, but still, I remember playing this game and having a lot of fun, and I still did. I gotta say though, the point system just makes the adventure way much better, but goddamn, those random encounters. Compared to the Dawn of Souls version, I would probably play the mobile and Dawn of Souls or PSP 20th Anniversary more than the Origins normal mode, but that's only because of the MP system, which makes battles or beating the game not as long. Like I said, I could probably speedrun this game in easy mode within 2 to 4 hours, because I already know where to go now, through memory now, and I know what to take and all of that fun stuff. MP just makes it so much easier. But I have noticed that in the easy mode, bosses and enemies have a lot more health than they did here. The vampire boss, for example, and the lich, they took a little bit longer to kill. They were so easy, they just took a little bit longer to kill. But yeah, Final Fantasy, man. I'm glad I'm starting this year of Final Fantasy. I gotta say, as I played this game, I just wanted to play Final Fantasy 2 and Final Fantasy 3 and Final Fantasy 4. I'm like, I just want to show you guys all these games, even though I'm sure you're familiar with them. But the younger audience does rarely tend to go back into the past and play sprite-based games, so I'm glad I'm showing these games off. Right now, there is more talk about Final Fantasy X and 13, negative or positive, than there is of the older games, and that's fine. But now that Final Fantasy VII is getting this remake, I'm sure that'll bring back more fans into the series and maybe have them explore the other games, just like I did when I was around a teenager, exploring the world of Final Fantasy. Anyways, thank you for joining me on this Let's Play of Final Fantasy Origins, Final Fantasy 1, part of my The Year of Final Fantasy with me, Pigflake. As I said before, the next game in line is Final Fantasy 2. Now with that officially said and done, I hope you'll join me on the next journey we embark on in Final Fantasy 2, the black sheep of the Final Fantasy mainline series. Is it as bad as everyone claims it to be? Well, honestly, in recent memory, I don't think so, but I could be wrong. So join me for Final Fantasy Origins Final Fantasy 2 in the Year of Final Fantasy. Okay, thanks, bye.